he's one of the slowest mid heroes in the game. So he's very easy to meatball. Oh, could be a side lane Arcworm as well. You want your mid player to start dealing damage to the enemy heroes so that he kind of gets forced to send out the salve or tangos in this case. Oh boy, the courier is coming. He's gonna go for it on the return, I guess. He's backing. Oh no, Phoenix!
Oh man,
Phoenix!
Eternal Envy.
No! No, Phoenix!
Oh, has he left it? No, he's gonna go for this, right? Dive forward, 2 hits,
Yeah,
1 and 2.
He ran too far away. It doesn't work. Top lane, it is Radiant who are pulling to the big camp, so a little bit on an awkward spot as Snaking is just standing on the high ground, watching them.
Pops his Eidolons out.
Oh,
he's gonna lose all of them here.
Down.
Oh dearie me, 2 down. Can he get the deny on the 3rd? Or not quite, because the brain zap will take him.
These denies by Terrorblade on bottom lane. 13 denies. This game is just having a great time.
Easy time for the TB. Now, another kill on Universe potentially.
Oh,
the
God.
damage, it's already been done. His life forfeit from the moment he stepped foot in that lane.
I mean,
3 deaths.
Universe just wants to uninstall right now. This is the worst feeling ever.
Why are they tri-laning me?
Yeah, what is this tri-lane? Meanwhile, they do get a kill on top though. This is the one thing you're looking for. If you're having a hard time, you just want your other lanes to be winning. Against the Fisher though.
And you don't expect to be behind the Invoker and get tornadoed.
Yeah, that's for sure.
A good little play by Limp and maybe a bit of a misplay by Excalibur, but regardless, the Phoenix being found again will open it up for a kill for the Invoker, while Universe sticks around bottom, but continually pressured by Z-Freak. Pressuring with this Tombstone now even under the tower. Fisher ready from Eternal Envy. Reflection is there, but the Thunder God's Wrath thrown out onto Snaking to get the kill top.
Once more, we see him go down here.
Excalibur. He is hasted. He's got another 15-16 seconds of that. Fisher.
He wants to get in and get the Terrorblade.
We've got another lightning bolt. No more stick charges or anything. No thunder, no nothing. No soul rip. The damage and Skimbaloo gets the kill. The takedown is there.
Wow.
I don't know how he's managed that.
Wow, he was missing just 3 mana at the point. Yeah, as a pro player,
direct the fans.
I would like to have complete control over the temperature when I play a competitive game. That's the level I want to take it to.
Universe, so very afraid.
I mean, it's trauma. Man.
1-4-0 gets a stun onto Eternal Envy, and he has no Fisher, so goes for the TP out. SVG with the brain sap quickly, and Eternal Envy this time the one to overstep his boundaries.
Very nice there. Finally, MSS was in a good position to punish as they tried to kill Universe. This is what you need to do. If one of your players becomes an obvious target, just try and play around that.
Oh, he's popped his Tempest double, so the Black Hole actually gets additional value here, potentially looking for the kill on their hero, and with a cold snap, they'll find it. Swing back for the clone and get a nice bit of gold. 180 into Limp's pockets, finishes his earn, basically. SVG and MSS will now nightmare the TB because Z-Freak chasing forward, charging into battle with the zombies forward, but they'll retreat from the Tombstone.
Oh, they're ganking bottom. They're coming in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Quaswex Invoker is right around the corner.
There's the Fisher, onto the raindrops. SVG, no nightmare, so he can't dodge the EMP. Universe and Excalibur both here, though, with a tornado over the two of them. I don't know about this. Z-Freak wants to get into battle, but he's got no Tombstone, no stun.
The right clicks.
Limp has so much damage, though, with the DD rune going. Needs to go into Quas now with a Ghost Walk there. The damage from Zeus not quite enough to bring him down, and Limp looking to turn to fight. They'll get Eternal Envy, but the turn is there from Z-Freak to trade out for the Phoenix. And in the meantime, you take a look at that bottom tier 1. And it's not too healthy, I'll tell you now.
Yeah, that's a Terrorblade with meta, pushing it. And Z-Freak takes a while to kill as well. Finally does go down to Excalibur, but the tower was the trade, and I would say that's definitely a good engagement for Complexity. Very
near the cracking 6, and Dying and Earthshaker a little further away as we take a look at the hero levels, but it's net worth that I want to shift in towards. Dire have 2.
Oh, Arc Warden.
Of the top 5.
He jukes it out.
Oh. And the EMP is still going to hit him, but Limp is very deep. Low on HP, he needs to sprint away, but a great Fisher from Eternal Envy. Perfectly lined up, not only catching Resolution, but also this Wraith King as well. Universe, Reincarnation is out, the Tombstone is going to get focused down, but they've got the stuns, disables to fly on through as Phoenix dives over, but no Supernova used just yet. Holding it and holding it for a proper team fight, but he might not get one here. Being chased down by Z-Freak and Mr. Skimbaloo Terrorblade. They've got a cold snap on SVG and they're diving tier 3.
Skimbaloo? Kill steal by Limp. The ultra kill though.
Could have been an ultra, but it wasn't.
There's no way for him to get out. The only way is TPing.
Z-Freak wasted, I don't want to say wasted, but he used his last raindrop charge, I guess, in that last fight just to make sure he was going to survive. But SVG, this time he will die.
I suppose it was a calculated usage, at least at that point. You know, it's premeditated.
He knew what he was doing. Then again,
look at Terrorblade's position. He's in.
Improvise and overcome. Terrorblade, you're absolutely right, has come in from that southeastern side. This Supernova probably not going to last too long, with the Alacrity Invoker arriving, a few taps down, and it will be gone. Now the chase onto Universe with the Sunder there. He's got no reincarnation, so that will be that, says Eternal Envy. Shuts him down just like that. Fisher won't quite land from Mr. EE. Probably a worthless ulti if he got it off you right.
It's true. Arc Warden trying to do some pushing mid, but here he's pretty far out when he's standing here. The ulti will reveal. They're right behind him.
There's the pings. Eternal Envy with Blink Dagger goes in. Echo Slam onto Resolution with a Sunstrike on top. Enigma arrives and Resolution somehow still alive. He'll finally die as this Undying gets to work. As a little Tempest double in the back, trying to do a little bit of trickery there. Skimbaloo has taken down SVG. Down south towards the bottom rune spot, in fact, but it's the fight back towards middle that we need to pay attention to, because you know what? Snaking has the Black Hole and Excalibur.
Yeah, why not just use it? I don't think they need to wait for a big ulti on snaking. It was definitely a weird item, and he was like laughing in all caps while he was doing it, but he was killing everyone.
Glorious.
Yeah,
absolutely glorious.
Why not?
Very good. SVG on the low ground, unfortunately. There's the Hurricane Pike into Sunder, and that was as quick as a snap, but it doesn't end there, because Eternal Envy has found another target. Resolution in a creep wave with a Tombstone down. Supernova off to the northeast, doing a decent amount of zoning here, and might just grab them a kill on Envy. It will indeed. Resolution gets the takedown, but he's lost his life in exchange. As Z-Freak battles the Phoenix, the back end of the fight is Universe getting in deep.
Oh.
No ulti for him.
Mana burn again.
EMP absolutely destroying him. MSS now with no dive as well. Forward Gaming getting picked off like flies. Moving with another Tornado, and Limp, he's got Excalibur's number. 4 in a row. They're like sitting ducks.
Yeah.
Complexity.
Come on, Bane, go in. It's your time.
Roshan being taken by Complexity reasonably simply. Forward Gaming, they are prepping for some kind of maneuver, not an actual Roshan fight in the pit itself, but setting up for something up near the top tier 1. Not all of them together though, and now all of a sudden Earthshaker is wrapping around in onto Universe. Wraith King, he gets just out of range of that EMP, likely will still die here and pop that reincarnation.
Yeah, one way or another his ulti will be useless, I'm afraid. There's just no way around that.
Eternal Envy goes for the TP out in front of Universe.
Yeah, I think they changed their mind. At first they were like, this is too close to enemy base, back, but no reason to leave him alive there.
I mean, look where the TV is.
Yeah.
Punching on the tier 3. Like, London is pretty bad. Major cities are, in general, pretty bad.
America is really bad, dude. Tap water in America is not... I don't like it.
Like, the first time I went to the US was like in 2013 or something. Oh, hello, Black Hole. We've got a catch here onto the Arc Warden. Is the damage enough? Black Hole will end. Resolution is... Oh, the Midnight Pulse barely takes him down. They've got the kill on the Undying in the other side of the fight, but look at MSS. Trapped and burnt of all of his mana. Cold snapped and stunned with a Blink Echo. Envy, he shut this game down. It's all over for sure. I don't know how Forward Gaming come back into this. Nightmare of the Bane will buy him some time, but there we go. A buyback comes out. The double, in fact, with the Zeus and the Phoenix. The Terrorblade.
You need more.
Absolutely shredding these buildings. Fiery Spirits will, they'll do a little bit here to annoy them. Eternal Envy very far forward, burnt down by the Sunray, and this game might actually not be over just yet. Complexity losing that Earthshaker there has put them at a fair deficit.
Well, I can't say I'm a fan. I don't like Blade Mill against Terrorblade, but here we are. Might work, might not work.
What's done is done.
What's done is done. I don't like it against Illusion Heroes.
Hello. That was interesting. Gets the echo onto SVG, with the pitcher to start off onto MSS, so they can cancel the dive with a cold snap. Now the TV on the back. SVG in trouble, and Universe. What's your Blade Mail going to do now? Jumped upon by Eternal Envy. Zeus tries to zap them back, but it does not look pretty. As Snaking arrives, he makes them all
He's
spread.
running.
3 ways to hell.
He's going in.
He wants Excalibur, and he will have it. 4 heroes down. Complexity really are very heavily in the lead. They'll go for the tier 4s, in fact, as Skembaloo just pummels away at the buildings, and it looks like it's going to be game 1 done.
Man, Complexity on such a roll. Just rolling. That looked too funny when he was just walking in with his Enigma. He's like, I'm looking for a different man. Where is he? Goes by Zeus.
Well, it was like the perfect Bermuda Triangle with Enigma right in the middle.
Yeah.
Resolution still defending here. SVG will give them the respect that they obviously do deserve before they call GG in the end, as Complexity take game 1.
That was definitely some good execution overall. There's a few good things about it, right? You have the Winter's Cold Embrace. Can be a little bit of a backfire because you just blood right on top of it.
Kunkka favored so far, in terms of CS anyway. How does this lane pan out in the next 2-3 minutes?
I think it gets progressively harder for Lina, actually. On level 5, I think the Kunkka gets really, really strong. But so far, Excalibur doing a good job. He's using a lot of his mana, but he is holding his ground. As we see a kill on bottom lane and kill on top lane.
And top lane, yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, Forward Gaming just exploding here in laning stage.
Excalibur hasted though, turns and fights. Okay, the boat buff there is really not what you want to be aiming your Laguna Blade into.
Kind of showing how good the run buff is when you take no damage at all from a Laguna Blade.
Feels pretty tasty. Good LSA though will connect. And this Bloodseeker dead to rights in his own jungle.
Yeah, nice kill to catch there. Oh. They're getting a return kill though. Rasta at least gonna go down to the Kunkka. That is a very, very hard sacrifice. Phoenix without boots. I don't know. I fear for Complexity simply due to how weak their supports are. The cores are not that far behind.
I mean, is Bloodseeker a support or a core, Waga?
Oh yeah, he's one of the supports.
2,900 net worth, Bloodseeker, double Wraithband treads is low. Arduous work farming the jungle.
I think it's to mind game the opponents. Like, it has to be intentional as much as I've seen it.
So, I didn't sort of have this thought until very, very recently, like within the last week and a half or something. So I always thought it was about like mind gaming, you know, clicking to level 5 to get an extra bit of damage or extra bit of disable. But I feel like it's more to do with not giving XP to your opponents by being lower level, and you know, if you die, then it's not as bad as being, you know, level 6.
And death time.
And death, yeah, exactly, and death timer.
Yeah. About as one-sided as it gets for the early game. The Kunkka is getting some level farm though, and there's always that Blood Rage Wonder combo defense, and oh hello. Nice little pick off on the Lina.
Good amount of money, but quadruple bounty runes for forward. Roshan being pinged out by Complexity. Z-Freak is like, hey guys, they've been off the map for quite some time. But Resolution's just very defensively farming jungle, while Excalibur now with the Yules up. Looking to go and make a play down towards bottom, but in the mid, the Supernova on top of Universe as Limp throws out the boat, sailing over the top to give them a nice bit of heal. But that Winter's Curse actually delaying any kind of aggression they have towards the Axe and the Winter Wyvern, allowing maybe now Resolution to arrive in time. They'll get themselves a couple of kills, Complexity, and forward now with a Rupture over onto Morphling. Might just be done in this fight.
Because Yule Scepter is not really a good save against Kunkka, where you use yourself and then you might get torrented anyway. So your save might be a setup.
Speaking of Kunkka, blasted down by Universe and SVG. Snaking is coming forward and looking for this black hole. He's leveled it up and popped a mango, I think. Still aiming for a good target. There's two people in the middle that could be good, but Universe has moved forward. He's looking for the kill onto Snaking. SVG arrives and Morphling waveforms forward. They've already cleared out the tombstone, and it looks like that might just be lights out. for Enigma and Phoenix. Bloodseeker, the one man standing, is back in Fountain and twiddling his thumbs.
Very nice move. I would like for them to commit to this idea. Just go all the way up and around.
Look at Rezo though, dude. His just high ground hold here from the entirety of Forward Gaming is spot on.
Yeah.
Let's start with the axe onto Wyvern. Winter's Curse will try and delay the inevitable, but the Cold Embrace on him, SVG, is actually surviving through a lot more damage than expected. Now the Laguna Blade with the blink and the call. The Bloodseeker dragged away from the fight. With that battle hunger on him, they have to now deal with a supernova from Eternal Enemy, which shouldn't be too difficult until the black hole. Now snaking, he's got them caught. The Morphlings inside with the torrent over the top, but the Dire team are surviving decently. Z-Freak will try and get himself back and away through this fight to buy some time for the rest of his team to reset. The zombies do a lot of work, but Kunkka and Bloodseeker with Enigma now in a 3v3, not wanting to continue with absolutely no ultis.
But the Morphling managed to get enough hits in on the egg before getting caught in the black hole. Still though, some signs of life from Complexity in what otherwise has been pretty one-sided.
Silence. He's got the morph off already. Resolution still very deep behind enemy lines. Complexity responding in kind as well, but the silence wears off and the waveform away will
the double call.
keep him nice and toasty. Universe with one dunk, looks for maybe the second now, but the exit, the torrent will catch him up. The blood right in the back with the tombstone there cleared up easily by the entirety of Forward Gaming, and the heal, the Cold Embrace, keeps Universe in the race. The LSA will take him down as Bloodseeker gets obliterated. And Forward, I think there is only one direction. It's not right, it's not left, it's not backwards. Okay. It's definitely forward.
It's upwards.
That's not a direction.
Come on.
Get out of here.
He just needs someone else to tank for him. This is a pretty hard rush to take. I don't know about this.
I mean, what's he getting? 30 is 30 health and attack, right?
Look at the Kunkka. Look
or
at
something
the
along those lines. Morphling, Resolution, Strength Morph up to about 1300. Now the X mark with the boat. Resolution limited mana. Strength Morph to max. Now Supernova down, and this Morphling.
As a fast Bloodseeker.
But he's in a big pickle here. X mark back in, and that's it. Resolution dead. Does buy back immediately. They found the Lina all the way in the back though, and Resolution TPing aggressively. Won't be able to find the fight he was looking for, with Roshan down to 2400 HP. This could be Complexity's chance.
Yeah, you just go Roche with your Kunkka Bloodseeker here. You don't need the best heroes, just hit it.
Equally, it could be a full sense of security. Resolution in with a tombstone. He's turned into the Undying. He's going to try and decay back people, but they've got the Winter's Curse to slow things down. Enigma, no black hole, only Pipe and Midnight Pulse. Shackles here onto who? Onto Limp. The Kunkka drops. Doesn't have buyback on him, so it looks like Roshan will finally eventually end up in the hands of the Dire team, but Complexity aren't done just yet. Z-Freak is still lurking around looking for a bit of a play, but he's going to get hexed up, and MSS Shackles. There we go. Universe wants to blink over to get the Enigma in the back as they see him with the Observer Ward, but they will resort to the Undying kill, and that alone.
Did you see the Phoenix in that fight? He was Berserker's called, and then the Winter's Curse comes out?
I mean, there are literally two spells which piss him off this game, right? X-Mark and Rupture.
Yeah, pretty much. But what about when you get Blood Raged and you won't get it anymore?
Oof.
You know? I want that Blood Rage for my E-Blade.
I mean, Resolution wants Undying for his mantelpiece. What's he up to, Rezo? Doesn't want to commit, finds the Tombstone instead.
Oh, Rezo's so smart.
Nice little boat with the Torrent, but the Axe Call in the back. Aegis will get popped as SVG dies, and Bloodseeker, well, he's being ripped from limb to limb. Black Hole comes in, but it's cancelled immediately. Heels up into the air as snaking sent skyward. Aegis already gone means Resolution dies a second time, and Excalibur left high and dry. 1v5. Where is Forward Gaming? Where are they?
Yeah, they're just not close enough. They took a fight where they didn't actually have their Rasta near enough in the beginning of the fight. This was a little bit too ballsy of a play. They're gonna lose a lot for it now as Lina is gonna go down as well. Ton of money going the way of Limp, who gets 2 of the kills there. But even Bloodseeker living in that fight. But now they see that the push is probably gonna come on the side lane. Gotta try and defend that. Keep your eyes on Universe here, as he might be the one to lead the way, should there be a fight.
I mean, Glyph has already been popped very, very early on, and these Serpent Wards, they are Ags upgraded.
Oh, he's in.
Blink and the call, catching on to this Enigma. Laguna Blade is there. The boat is flying over the top with a Supernova It's looking okay, but Resolution's Morphling arrive. Supernova gone. Enigma, guess what, gone. Resolution is ripping them apart, one by one. SVG and MSS try and bail away with a heal from the Cold Embrace. They need to buy space, but this Bloodright with a speedy little Seeker catches the Shadow Shaman with the help of the Kunkka. They do TP out on that Winter Wyvern as Morphling escaping to the south. They get themselves no tier 3, no barracks, a couple of ultis and a couple of buybacks. No, it's only good for damage. For health is bad, for damage is good.
It's Russian fire, I see.
Yes. Привет.
Здорово.
Как дела, братан?
Enigma без ulti.
Enigma. Bratan. And they're going to go in with the boat. Nice little pick onto the Rasta. Morphling cannot get involved with that. Split pushing with illusions down bottom, but Complexity keep on going forward. Forward. Snaking wants this kill on the Winter Wyvern, but the buyback from the Shadow Shaman comes out, and they've baited out the buyback, sure, but they've also put themselves in a position here where the fight gets awkward. The blink, the call, it's not going to work. Universe yules up into the air with the blood right there. They've got a little hexed sheepy in the middle of it all, and it's going to be the end of Z-Freak. Tombstone on tombstone action, but it looks like forward should be able to get the upper hand as Roshan has respawned as well.
Yeah, they will come out a little bit on top there. The egg being used, Tombstone being used, and Undying being dead. This could be an opening for sure. Especially as this Morphling is so powerful. Blade Mail Axe is in.
Oh, Limp is gone. Buys back immediately. They need to defend Roshan. They've got the shackles on this Enigma. Before he black holes, they've got the stun. Can they control him? They can. Dead for 100 and with no buy back, this Enigma is out of the game.
Yeah, he's just dead forever here.
It's a good buyback. You feel that you have a fight there, and then all of a sudden your Enigma shackled for 10 years. Adaptive struck by Morphling and killed. It could have been massive for Complexity, but it doesn't quite work out there. But
you know, get that cooldown working as often as possible. This tower is already low HP. There we go. Aghanim's wards are down, so they're pretty annoying to deal with.
Very difficult to defend. Limp is moving in with the X mark. Who's he going to cleave off of? Well, he's looking for this one. Unfortunately, no damage, no splash, and Morphling losing Aegis there is maybe a little bit of a downer, but these Serpent Wards are doing so much great work, pretty much individually, carrying this Dire team to a full lane of barracks.
They can't let the wards just die though. They have to protect them still, so that they get the entire axe. But that's enough.
Now the blink call. Universe wants in on this fight. Laguna Blade, is that dodged by the Yules? I think it might just have been. Skem still alive as they blood right back, and Dire they get out of this situation. Resolution waveforming.
Serious problem.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Oh, Bloodseeker gets spotted. This is a long cut. Excalibur is looking for this. BKB Yules, they're here for Skem, but he's going to get LSA'd from the Invis. Shadowblade catch onto Bloodseeker, dead for 2 minutes with buyback.
Yeah, that's a good catch, and now they have 120 seconds to force that buyback.
Black hole here.
He's the man who has to do it.
Feels like the biggest threat the Radiant have, but he's being punched out by Serpent Wards. They're trying to clear them out. The dive in from Envy is more of a bait or a deterrent than anything else. The boat in is meant to be a fight starter, but the BKB from Resolution allows him to escape, while Skem below. Difficult for the Radiant to break out of their base, but they're going to give it a good old try. Smoking up, and the line is drawn.
They know.
That's Pink. That's Pink saying they're coming this way. They're pinging. They know. And do they have vision, though? Morphling Illusions, they sidle on by. Lina and Morphling right next door to each other here. Could be a big two-man black hole, but the Shadow Blade comes out. Excalibur walking about. Blink call onto the Kunkka with the BKB there. Limp is in serious trouble. That Laguna Blade into the Hex will clear him up. Now the Refresher Orb. Serpent Ward's already down. Does have a second pair to play with. As the dive away keeps Eternal Envy safe from Resolution's attacks, but Z-Freak unfortunately will not have the same luxury. Snake King, same story. Caught and killed.
Yeah, and that's two of them without buybacks, with Rasta having his wards ready. They got the 650 going on. Actually, they don't quite outrange him.
Nice shift up the top. That Hex, though. Who's caught him there? MSS. Finds Eternal Envy, and this looks like it might just be it. GG's called as the final Winter's Curse will hold the two remaining heroes in place, and Forward Gaming will tie up our series 1-1.
Yep, that was it. Game goes, and 1-1 results. I would not have expected the game to look like this after game 1, but a lot of games today have felt like